Welcome to Buddha Stirs My Coffee. This is episode number 6, day 2 on the Camino de Santiago. Well, day 2 on the Camino is a section from Morgade to Portomarin, and it's a distance of a little over 7 miles. I should be able to cover it in 3.5, 4 hours. Well, I just placed my rock on the 100-kilometer marker, and that rock actually, I believe, is from North Carolina. I took it out of my study. It was on a shelf. I think it was from our cabin when we owned our cabin up in North Carolina. So that's my best guess anyway, and I think the tradition is to lay a stone from home at the marker. So just about everybody does it. I think somebody comes and cleans off the marker every few hours because it seems to pile up. Anyway, I've been on the road for about half an hour so far, and mostly uphill. I think it's downhill from this point all the way to Portomarin. Anyway, I hope it is. Well, I just laid a second rock at a second marker. There's some debate over what is the true 100-kilometer marker, and I think a lot depends on from where in Santiago you do the measurement, but there's also some changes of markers over the last few years that have said there's a difference between where the old marker was and the new. So, not to take any chances, I laid a rock from home on the first one, which I think is the true one. And on the second one, I left a rock from Sarria. So hopefully I've got all my bases covered. Well, I've been on the road for about an hour. A little more uphill than I thought, and the topography chart showed it mostly downhill from the high point. But I've run into several hills, none as ferocious as the ones coming from Sarria. So these are very manageable. These are all mortarless stone walls, and of course they're all over the place, dividing land and pathways, but they're just spectacular. God knows how old they are. I'm sure some of them are fairly ancient and some of them are fairly new, but they're just a marvel to behold, and very ingenious in the way they used larger rocks to kind of fill in the gap on some of these. I've been walking about 2.5 hours, and I think we're at about the high point of this walk, and this is the town of Portomarin that's our target for today. So maybe another hour and a half or so. on the Camino. We'll be Hola. Losing when you ought to know that. Well, right at the end of the trek today, there is this remarkably precipitous part of the path that just drops for about 100 feet, and you just have to scramble down it. All the loose rock and grit, it makes it pretty darn tricky. Well, just about there. Portomarin is just across the river. We're about to cross this interesting looking bridge, and we'll be in town. Let's take a look at it. Well, the bridge, relatively new, but it's become kind of a symbol for the city, and for the pilgrims it's a real nice symbol of the end of the road, for at least this stage. Well, that's the end of day 2 on the Camino. If you liked watching this video, please subscribe. It's free, and hit the little like button. It really helps distribution. Thanks for watching.